Hey everybody, it's Tamara Bernadette. I want to remind you that it is never too late to begin again. That's right. It's not. It's not too late to begin again. Just because you're over 55 doesn't mean that your life is over. No. In fact, what I want you to do is right now, I want you to just think about the possibilities. Before you do that though, you need to ask yourself, what did you want to do when you were younger? What did you want to do? Who did you want to be? It's so easy to get caught up in what we have gone through all these years, right? It's so easy to get caught up in life, and we have some drama, but we get through it, and we get to a point in our life where we can't do it anymore. We were done, and now we want to do something else. What happens is we think that we're done, that we can't do it anymore, that it's over for us. And so we start trying to go down that road of what everybody else has done. And if you look around, they're ready to put us out to pasture. Well, honey, I say no. I say no. Because if you still can think about what you wanted to do, if you have that flicker where you see somebody else doing what you always wanted to do and that gets at you, to me, that's a sign that you are supposed to do it. You might look at somebody and say, I could do better. You don't really know that until you've given it a try. I'm not saying that you might not be better, but with that saying, it's actually speaking volumes and saying you are still very much interested in doing that. Did you want to be a singer at some point? You've got this beautiful voice and you don't use it? Now's a good time. Were you once a really good songwriter, but you stopped writing songs because you didn't think they were going to go anywhere? Now's a good time. Are you naturally funny and you can write jokes and you can tell jokes? You're great at the delivery of jokes. Are you good at it? You can do it. You can. Now's the time. You can do just about anything you wanted to do. I want you to think about the possibilities of what it could be like. What it could be like for you if you went back and you thought about what you wanted to be. Go back for a moment. Go back to that time when you were the most creative and imaginative. And think about what that did for you. What did that mean for you? And think about what you could do now, given everything that you've been through in your life, everything that you've been through and everything you know, everything you've learned, all the ups and downs and the trials and different things you went through and even the good stuff, everything you've learned, the different jobs you've had, different opportunities, people that you've met, relationships, everything. All of that creates a beautiful setting place for you to go and explore with everything that you know, all the people you've encountered, all the different things, and explore those things. Put all of it out on the table. And you could do that in your mind, or you could just get a great big piece of paper and start drawing, mind mapping of where you came from, all the stuff that you went through, the ups, the downs, the sideways, and everything, and how that all fits into what you really want to do, because it does. Life is not a mistake. You're not a mistake. You're right here, and you're ready to start this next part of your life. You have lived your life probably for most everybody else except for yourself. And chances are some of you feel like it's okay. I got something out of it. I've got these great kids and I've got a great husband, or I'm just in a great place in my life, and that's wonderful. But what if all of that is wonderful in itself, but now looking forward, you think, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I did all this for everybody else. I did all this because it was the right thing to do. I did all this, and that's fine. But now I want something else. And you're not sure what that is. Well, the clue is to go back and think about what you wanted to do, who you wanted to be, where you wanted to go. So the dream keeper inside of you, the spirit inside of you, has been holding on to that dream for right now. Right now is the time for you to explore the the possibilities of what your life could be if you started down that journey of what you once wanted to do. What you wanted to do was like God was telling you the end at the beginning. He was telling you the end, which is, the latter part of your life, at the beginning of your life. The beginning of that time, your teenage years, you between teenage and like 25-ish. You had some desires, some goals, some thoughts of what you wanted to do, where you want to be, and so on, and you couldn't do it. But it's still there. And it's nice and a nice little holding package while you go on to the rest of your life, to where you are right now, where you can open up that beautiful dream, those dreams, open it up and begin to explore again what that was and do it now. Only this time, there's a lot more meat to it. There's a lot more to it, because with everything you've gone through is the foundation. It's the rock. It's the stability within yourself, the confidence that you didn't have before. You have it now. It's that you need for this next part of your life. And it's not that, yes, we're getting older, but it doesn't mean we're getting old. No, it means that, yes, we're getting older, but when we're getting older, we're living our life. We are living. And how you go about it and you arrive at your day says a lot about where you're going in your life. So what's going to kickstart you to get excited about Mondays? Get excited about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Everyone's excited about the weekend. But what is going to get you excited about that? And it's a new journey. So start doing some writing, some journaling, getting yourself a nice journal with a nice flow pen, and start writing how it would feel to live, as that person that you've always dreamed of, to possibly go where you always wanted to go, to do whatever that is, all of it. What is that? What would that be like for you? Just think of the possibilities. How would your life change? What would that be for you? What would you look like in your mind? What kind of relationships would you have? Where would you be going? What would you be wearing? I mean, what would that be like? Really entertain that. Write it. Be as detailed as possible so you can transport your brain into that. Just imagine, what would it be like? What are the possibilities? What are the possibilities of what you could do right now? Really, what could you do? And don't tell yourself that you can't do it. Don't do that to yourself. That's not the time for that anymore. There's no room for that anymore. Right now is the time of saying yes. 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 It is possible. It is possible. All things are possible through Christ, who gives you strength. Don't forget that. Sometimes we do forget that, because life has its struggles, it has its ups and downs, and we get beat down, but we come back up again. But here you are, and you are getting ready. You're on the cusp of the best time of your life. Like I said, what you had before was fine, it was good and everything. But this is something new. It's brand new. It's brand new. And it's like your reward for everything you've gone through, everything you sacrificed, everything you gave up and walked away from. You did all that, and this is your reward. You've lived that life, and now is your turn. It's your time to think about what you want now. Whatever that is. It could be many different things. It could be becoming the teacher you always wanted to be. It could be opening up your own business. It could be a caterer, because maybe you're so good at that stuff and you've always been, and you want to do it now. Maybe you want to open up your own floral shop. Maybe you want to be an art teacher. Maybe you want to be a singer. Maybe you want to be a stand-up comic. Maybe you want to be an actress. Maybe you want to, I don't know, so many different things. The doors are open to you. They are open to you. It's not like how it was back in the day, eons ago. It's not like that anymore. And there might be some small struggles, but you're stronger now. You can take it on. Just how do you take it on? You don't say no. How do you take it on? You keep persevering. You keep going. Just because certain doors might be closed, that's okay. But all that's doing is narrowing it down to the right door. Because sometimes, too many options is confusing, it's overwhelming, and you want to get it to where it's supposed to be for you. So, if doors close in certain areas, that's okay. Keep going. Don't let one no keep you from moving forward. Just keep going. There's so many stories online that you can read about. There's so many books about people that have persevered under difficult circumstances. And this doesn't have to be hard. It's just new. It's just new, and we're opening up new territory. We're creating a new path for not only ourselves, but for the women behind us. We're creating a movement. It's already started. Let yourself get in the mix. Get in the mix. And how do you get in the mix? By trailblazing your own path and doing what you've always wanted to do and be whoever you wanted to be. And right now, I just want you to think about the possibilities. I want you to be that young girl who thought of a thing, who thought of it, the dream keeper inside of you. Let that person come alive. Be the person that dreamed a dream for herself and go after it. Go after it with all the gusto, with all the heart, and just love on yourself and do it. Just imagine what it would be like for you. I know I did, because I thought of the alternative and I was like, no, because I felt too young inside of my spirit. I felt so young and so vibrant because all the heavy stuff was behind me, and I didn't want to live like that anymore. I wanted better for myself, so I started to think about what made me happy. And thankfully, I have these wonderful kids that remembered what I used to talk about, what I wanted to do. And then I have this wonderful mother and my siblings that also encouraged me on the things that I used to want to do and the things that I was good at and so forth. And so I let that just marinate and just, work itself in my mind. And then I started to feel such joy in what I could pursue. And then before I knew it, I came up with wonderful ideas and how it just utilizes everything I wanted to do. My number one thing is I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make a difference in the world, and I said that from the time I was a mid-teen. And I didn't know how that was. I had no idea. I just knew in my heart that's what I wanted. And I thought it was through writing books, telling stories, creating these wonderful pieces of art that spoke to people. I thought it was many different things. But what happened was, as time went on and I became a member of this club, it all started to come together. And I'm doing all of it because it all works for one thing, and that is for this message, is to reach as many women as possible to let you know that it is not too late. And if you feel like you've already had your second chance to do it and you blew it, you didn't blow it. It just means that situation didn't work. And here's the thing, you can have as many second chances that you need, as many as you need. There is nothing that says you only get one or two chances to get it right. No, that's not true. Sometimes it takes years and years and years to get to that point, because you got to get rid of all the stuff that didn't work before you realize what it is that you wanted to do in the first place. And that's okay. And that's where a lot of women find themselves. I'm one of them. So am I bothered by it? I know I was for a long time. I was very, very embarrassed. I was ashamed for myself. And I didn't get it until I did. And then I realized this is my thing to make a difference, because I want to use my story, my experiences, and everything I've learned to help other women, to teach other women, to show them the way, to show them they're not alone, and to let them know that it is time for them to get out there and do what they've always wanted to do, to be who they always wanted to be because they can. And it's time. And there's no reason why they can't. They can do it. They can do it. And I want to encourage you. That's what I'm here for. And it all works. All things work together for good for those who believe in God. And I'm very excited to share this with you. And I hope that this has resonated with you. And if it did, I want to invite you to like this. And I want to ask you to please subscribe, because I have so much to share, and I just want to share. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. And don't forget to tap into that. Tap into the child, the imaginative young girl inside of you, because she's going to lead the way for you. Just believe it, trust it, be open to it, because that's who you are. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.